Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? Well, have no fear. RexMD is here just in time to bring you some holiday cheer. Our sponsor, RexMD, is FDA approved. To help you always be prepared, RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it directly to you. No trips to the doctor, no insurance, and no copay. Take advantage of their best deal yet and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage. With just a few clicks of a button, you can talk directly to a medical professional, create a personalized plan, and get the products discreetly shipped straight to your door, and you'll do it all within 2 days. RexMD has already helped over 300,000 guys gain confidence quickly and conveniently. Act now to take advantage of their best deal yet by heading to rexmd.com/Chael, where you're only going to pay $2 per dosage. That's rexmd.com/Chael for up to 90% off. Give the gift of pleasure this holiday season with RexMD. I get an article. This one was interesting too. Boy, this caught my attention. I get an article. Jon Jones is afraid to eat out at restaurants because the cooks could be contaminating his food. Now, that's of interest to me because that's a red flag, right? That's a red flag. Here, let me just give an example. Tyson Fury, when he failed his drug test, but prior to failing the test, said that he had not drank anything in 2 days. Like, he gets done with a fight and he wouldn't drink anything in the back. He wouldn't drink anything that anybody had handed him because he was worried somebody was going to contaminate it. Like, he lays this story out, and then sure enough, his piss comes out hot. And he's like, I told you, I knew somebody was going to contaminate. It's one of these situations. It's like, yes, you did say that you were worried about that, but Tyson, you also said you didn't consume it for that very reason. Like, the whole thing was a little bit of a problem. It was a sucker's holler, and whatever, we can move on. I had a memory in my mind of Tyson Fury in that situation when I read this article on Jon Jones. I am completely enveloped. Oh, by the way, this was in 2018. How is that getting out? This is an old story, and I have to tell you, I was glad to see that it was, because Jon's clean. Jon Jones at heavyweight has put in the work. He's consumed the calories. He got the lifting. And so when I saw him feathering this nest, I was a little bit irritated. I got to tell you, another one is Bobby Green. Now, one thing, have you guys ever heard me say that I'm on steroids, that I take steroids, that I like steroids? Have you ever heard that? If you've been following me for a month, you've heard me say it. If you follow me on Twitter for a month, you've heard me say it somewhere. If you've gone to my shop, I'm selling shirts. You want to know a secret? You know a secret I've never told anybody? Not only have I never taken steroids, I've never even been accused. I have never even been accused by an athletic commission. I was accused of performance-enhancing drugs. Now, I would never take anything, nothing, unless I thought it would enhance my performance. But as soon as that came in hot, it got rolled over to steroids. And this was the media. The media did this to me. What do? I thought, like a sucker, I'm going to come out and explain it. These are legal, prescribed medications that turn out are in violation of a code that nobody's ever spoke about. Like, I think that's going to work. I was working at Fox. They brought me in. They just figure they're going to fire me. They want to put a guy on air that just violated sport. They bring me in a room, and we got the head people of Fox. And everything I was accused of, I was guilty of. So I did plenty of games with them, but I said, guys, this is in violation of the WADA code, the World Anti-Doping Agency. You are the leaders of sport in America, the leaders of Fox Sports. I'm in a building that does nothing but sport. If any one of you can tell me the city that WADA is in, I will sit down and I will be quiet and I will offer no defense. And the whole room is quiet. And I said, guys, let me make it a little bit easier. We're going by WADA code. WADA has found legally prescribed medications to be against the rules. Now, that's something that no one fully understood, but fair enough. If you can just tell me what state WADA is in, I won't offer a defense. I'll just sit here in the corner with a dunce hat on, and the whole room goes silent. And I said, guys, you are the leader of sport. We're in a multi-tens of million-dollar building, running sport and putting out sport information. Let me make this really easy for you. If you can tell me what country WADA is in, I will sit in the corner wearing a dunce hat. I will offer no defense. And the whole room was silent. Nobody knew what city, what state, or what country this organization was in. But you got to understand the point on that. How do you get information from them? Who do I talk to? What's their phone number? If I want to take somebody to lunch to seek information, where do I go? There's a very reasonable point by me that you're bringing an agency called WADA and nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows who's the head of WADA. Nobody who funds WADA. Nobody knows what country WADA is in. All right, this is going to get Chael off. Oh my God, I got nowhere. I got nowhere so fast that I couldn't have got to a printer fast enough to print up t-shirts and tell the whole world that I was on steroids. Never even been accused. I was never even accused, but the media accused me. And once it's out, you're out. Go with it. What gives a damn? I'm sharing with you, but this was my spot. So I understand these very well, and Bobby Green got hit for something called DHEA. Now, there is no rule better than the Demetrius Johnson rule. None. Demetrius Johnson said, and I quote, "I am the UFC champion and I have no idea what the rules are." Backing up my point, I don't even know who WADA is, where they are, how I find out. And then Demetrius said, which is the only reason, the only thing that I put in my body is food and water. And if you can follow the Demetrius Johnson rule, you will be very safe. But there will always be a mistake. And Bobby Green, who's a veteran and who's a smart guy, stubbed his toe. And I've got to defend him because he's not in the category with me. Well, I'm over here telling you that the headlines got it wrong. And I didn't take steroids. I was still cheating. I was still taking stuff that was banned. Gives a damn if I didn't know who WADA is. It's my job to know. Go find out who WADA is. That argument doesn't hold up. This was just the argument I was attempting to make. And you say a guy like Bobby Green, he's completely innocent. Let me tell you what Bobby did. DHEA, so you understand, sits on the shelf at your local store. I have Safeway. Where I live, we do Safeway. Bobby went to a Walmart, which wherever you live, you've got Walmart, but it also goes at Rite Aid. It also goes at Kroger's. Goes to something called Fred Meyer. I mean, I could keep playing this game. It sits right on the shelf, right next to vitamin D and vitamin C and vitamin B and A, all of which you can take and all of which possibly you're even encouraged to take. And so Bobby sees that, he grabs himself some vitamin C and he grabs this new thing called DHEA, which when he goes home and he looks it up, never tells him that it's banned. It told me it would help with plaque on arteries or something like this. It sounds like a positive, and all you got to do is swallow one a day. He goes and takes it. Well, it's red hot. He was never going to get away with that. Never in a million years would he get away with that. But he wasn't trying to. He didn't know it was banned. So then you get the people that they don't want to understand. They don't want to understand he's hot, he's dirty. To hell with him. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's what the rules are. He took his punishment. Fair enough. But there is a very different category to say that he was out cheating and using steroids, and that's the headline. Bobby Green is falling into the same exact thing that I fell into. And it's bothering Bobby for reasons unexplainable by me. I can't tell you why it didn't bother me. It just didn't. I like the guys with the muscle. I didn't mind the whole thing, but it's bothering Bobby. And he has the right to be bothered because he would like you to understand. Don't tell me all crimes are the same. Don't tell me I did a murder when what I really did is jaywalking. Like, they're both crimes, but they're not the same. And he's right. And anabolic is very, very different. Bigger, stronger, faster. That's what performance enhancers do, and they do them in that order. DHEA does none of those things. Yes, but it's a performance enhancer. They all are, man. I mean, you understand how stupid you sound when you say that? Honest to God, do you understand how stupid you sound? Performance enhancer. Okay, well, then let's look at the other side of the coin. It would de-hance you. So you go to the store, you go to the vitamin aisle, and you find something that makes you worse. Of course they're enhanced. They're all enhancers, you idiots. Is it a steroid? No, it's not a steroid. Bobby got a bad rap there. And Bobby took it. Bobby took it on the chin. I really didn't think he had to. And the rules are pretty clear. We want to follow the rules for everybody, but he did not mean to. He was very forthcoming. He told you what he had, where he got it. He said, hey, you tested positive for DHEA. He said, well, that makes a lot of sense because I take DHEA. Didn't know that's on the ban list. And I only share with you where people say, well, it's a performance enhancer. They all are. Please stop. Please don't do that. But you're also not showing your understanding of the rule. The rule does not prohibit performance enhancers. That is your misunderstanding of the rule. And the media has helped you to misunderstand that. There are a number of things that help your performance that are allowed. And there's a number of things that do not help your performance that are not allowed. It's not a performance-enhancing list versus a non-list. That's a media misconception. There's an approved list and there's a banned list. And sometimes it involves further research. And I bring you all of these stories. I bring you the Jon Jones and I bring you the Bobby Green to take you to my final point, which is what in the hell is holding up Henry Cejudo and Aljo? I thought this was done. I was told this was done. I got to find out from the number one contender, Sean O'Malley, that it's not done. And Sean's exact words were, I'm a little surprised it's not done. Yeah, I am too. What happened there? Because the only thing we've ever heard on Henry, who looks great, Henry's getting in shape, guys. If you've seen him, Henry is getting in shape. Henry is down and fit and roaring to go. Aljo turns out he's a hell of a lot better than we knew he was. Now, Aljo is the best fighter in the world at 135 right now. Henry is not a licensed fighter at 135. Make no mistake. Like, you don't even have to have that conversation. Aljo is the best in the world right now. Well, what if you get those two together? Okay, great fight. But the only thing we've ever heard on Henry is that he's dealing with USADA. That clock's got to be running. Why is that fight not signed?